What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Honest Hobo. And I am the Honest Hobo. And you know how we always start this off? We're going to crack a cold one. Yeah. If you got one, drink it with me. Now, today, we're going to do something I'm trying to do new when people go beast mode. And this is an interview that one of the Trump's lawyers is getting interviewed, and he is, as he's being interviewed, and as they say, like fake news, she's trying to push a certain narrative that she wants to put out, but he, as like, you know, I'm gonna call him a statesman, because I mean statesman, you know, let's get that right, and he's in his own reality. Like, he's not going to allow her to use him to push whatever she wants to push. So he just goes off. It takes him a minute, but he goes off. But anyway, check this out and let me know what y'all think about it. All right, peace out. Maybe I might start doing this again when I can find other people hitting beast mode and literally average people telling people what their perspective is. And they're not gonna be like horned into like what everybody want them to do. Like, they're like, you're not the puppet master. I'm free. I'm a free citizen. I think and I believe what I want to believe, and I believe in this cold-heartedly. And I think you're wrong. And just because you have the masses and you have social media, that does not mean that I am wrong. And I'm gonna start off with this one. And maybe I'll find a couple of more. And then maybe y'all can start understanding what I'm talking about. All right, let's check this out. Let's have a good one. Hold on, let me get another sip of this. Ain't nothing fake around here. All right, let's do this.
Joining me now is former President Trump's attorney, Michael van der Veen. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Let's get right into those words that we heard from Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. He ended the trial with this passionate speech about President Trump's involvement in the insurrection. During it, he said that the former president is still liable for everything he did during his period in office. Are you expecting to face more charges against Mr. Trump in the near future, and do you anticipate being part of that defense?
No, that's just political rhetoric, and I was hopeful that something would come out of this, that the political rhetoric would stop out of Washington, D.C., but I guess apparently it hasn't.
Were you, though, surprised to hear those words coming from the leader of the Republican Party in the Senate?
I'm not surprised to hear a politician say anything at all.
Throughout the trial, you...
Shots fired. Shots fired. Like I said, he's trying to be real. All right, let's check this out.
Denied that Mr. Trump had a role in inciting the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol. You argued, first of all, that there was no insurrection, but during your closing arguments, you seemingly admitted that there was, in fact, an insurrection, using that word, saying that was not up for debate. What role did the former president play?
You didn't understand the case. I used the word.
I'll give you the opportunity to clarify, sir.
This man is already trying to figure out that she's trying to switch his words. She's trying, because she knows, like, the massive population did not see this, was not there, don't know anything. So she's trying to take something that happened, and she's trying to manipulate it in such a way to fit the narrative that she's trying to sell. And he's catching up real quick. Okay, all right, check it out.
Sure. I used the word insurrection in my closing argument when quoting the charging documents. What happened at the Capitol on January 6th is absolutely horrific. But what happened at the Capitol during this trial was not too far away from that. The prosecutors in this case doctored evidence. They did not investigate this case, and when they had to come to the court of the Senate to put their case on, because they hadn't done any investigation, they doctored evidence. It was absolutely shocking. I think when we discovered it and we were able to expose it and put it out, I think it turned a lot of senators. The American people should not be putting up with this. They need to look at who these house managers were and look to see whether these are the folks they want representing them. It was shocking to me. Wouldn't have believed.
Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Like straight up, he is being as real as he can be as a person that he is. Like, he is just as raw and as real as he can be as the person that he is. Hopefully you can understand that. Like, he doesn't care about the circus. He is just doing his job based off everything that he knows as who and what he is.
Let's follow up with a point that you're making right now about the House managers, as you say, doctoring evidence, and the argument.
They didn't
to be clear for our
it.
viewers,
I want you to check her out. You're gonna see that her eyes are always going to like the side. She's not even truly interviewing him. She is getting fed information, facts, and things like that. There's somebody somewhere else telling her, hey, ask him this. This is what he said. Fact checking. She's not even truly interviewing him. She's just like filling in a spot. And she's just doing her job. Once again, she's just doing her job. I'm not mad at her. But at the same time, she's not being authentic.
They didn't deny it. I put it in front of them 3 times.
To be clear for our viewers, what you're talking about now is a check mark. That's a verification on Twitter that did not exist on that particular tweet. A 2020 that should have actually read 2021, and the selective editing, you say, of the tapes. Is that the doctored evidence of what you're speaking?
Wait, that's not enough for you? That's not enough for you?
Wait,
no,
sir,
no.
I'm not a juror in this trial. What I'm trying to be clear for our viewers is what you're referring to, because not everybody has been following.
It's not okay.
No, not everybody,
to doctor
sir.
a little bit of evidence.
Respectfully, I have not said it is okay.
Ma'am, your question is
I want to be clear for our viewers.
Listen, what
I
has
want to be clear for our
is
viewers about what exactly you're saying when you say doctored evidence.
The media has to start telling the.
Now, listen what she said. I want to be clear for my viewers. Like, she knows what the truth is. Everybody knows what the truth is. She just knows that there's hundreds of thousands of people watching this video, and they want to sell what they want to sell. They want to push what they want to push. And they're trying to take, like, reality to say, like, hey, we didn't lie. This really did happen. And it's true. It really did happen. But they're just trying to tell you bits and pieces, and they're going to try to, like, break it up and put it back into a different scenario, and they're trying to use him. And as you're going to find, he's not going to allow that. He's not going to allow that. Oh, man, this dude is all on fire. Well, he's going to be on fire in a minute. Hold on.
Right story in this country. The media is trying to divide this country. You are bloodthirsty for ratings, and as such, you're asking questions now that are already set up with a fact pattern. I can't believe you would ask me a question indicating that it's all right just to doctor a little bit of evidence. There's more stuff that we uncovered that they doctored, to be frank with you. And perhaps that will come out one day. But we won this case, and I'm not a sore loser. But what happened, or a sore winner, I should say, but what should happen is somebody should look at the conduct of these house managers. It's unconscionable, aside from all of the due process violations that my client had. And the media should be looking at a square, straight way. A straight way. When I watch the news, I watch one station and it's raining. I watch another station at the same time and it's sunny. Your coverage is so slanted, it's got to stop. You guys have to stop and start reporting more like PBS does rather than TV news show that doesn't have any journalistic integrity at all. What I'm telling you is that they doctored evidence. And I believe your question says, well, it's only a Twitter check and changing a year of a date here. They switched the date of a Twitter a year to try to connect it to this case. That's not a small thing, ma'am. The other thing they did is they put a check mark on something to...
Preach! Preach! You know what I'm saying? Preach! This man is on fire. He is preaching right now. He's not giving an interview. This man is preaching.
To make it look like it was a validated account when it wasn't. And when they were caught, they didn't say anything about it. They didn't even try to come up with an excuse about it. And that's not the way our prosecutors or our government officials should be conducting themselves. And the media shouldn't.
As you see, right now, she's going into her female power. Well, I'm just going to play the pretty face. She's a master at a pretty face. Like, okay, okay, maybe I stepped on your toes, I'm gonna be good, so now I'm just gonna play my pretty face. Oh, I didn't mean anything, it's this and that. Look, you can look. When we go back, you can look how she's analyzing the situation. And she's analyzing the situation, she's trying to figure out her next step. But I'm not saying she's the mastermind, because she's not. Because once again, she's looking down, someone is feeding her information, and she's just like this little pawn that's being used. But the reason they're using her is because she mastered her pretty face. All right, here we go.
Be letting him get away with it either. I'm tired of the biased media on both sides, left and right. What this country wants, what this country needs, is this country to come together, to take the left and the right and find a middle ground.
That's American. Hoorah. Hoorah.
And start responsibly being our public officials, our elected officials. And one of the reasons why they do it is because of the media. Because the media wants to tell their narrative rather than just telling it like it is. Frankly, I'm tired of it. I'm not a media. I'm not in front of your cameras all the time. But what
right.
I've been subjected to this last week.
I understand, and I've given you the opportunity.
Ow! Let's do that. I'm going to back it up just a little bit for y'all so you can hear what he said.
You don't want to hear the truth.
That man said you don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear the truth.
Okay.
I've given you the opportunity. I will remind you that what I said was that for our viewers,
She's backstepping.
who have not been following all of the hours
And she's constantly getting information from someone else.
of this trial, to be clear about what you are speaking about. And I understand
I'm speaking
that you
about
seem
the House
very
manager's
upset.
failure to prove their.
So, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep jumping back and forth, but can you really see who's being real and who's not being real? She's not being real. She's just doing her job. But he's doing his job. But he's doing a legit job. And he's being more based in reality. And she's being more based off of like, well, I got to get this paycheck.
Case. That's what I'm telling
And
you.
you
They weren't
have
able
won
to prove their
the
case.
acquittal. You have won the acquittal of your client.
Yes,
and if
I
you'd like
did.
to continue to talk about this conversation, we can have that discussion.
I don't need to.
But for me to ask a question,
A
to clarify
slanted
for our
question,
viewers,
a
what you're
slanted
talking
question
about
that was
is a
set
fair
up
question.
to say it's okay for them to cheat. That was your question. Isn't
I
it
didn't
okay
say
for
that.
them to cheat?
I didn't say
Just
that.
a little bit. You
No.
said, to be fair, it was
It's
only
fine.
a check
I
on the
understand. You're
Twitter.
not-
That's what you said. You got to live by your word.
I-
That's the problem. The media has to start living by the truth, not try
All
to
right.
create a narrative.
Michael Vanderveen,
Yeah.
thank you for
Citizen.
joining us. I do appreciate.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you taking off your microphone now.
Oh, he just cleared it with that. Oh my God, that was awesome. That was awesome. More people need to speak up like that. You know, don't be so starstruck. Don't be so worried about like, oh my God, these people they're nobody. Well, I'm not saying they're nobody, but they're just people. You know what I mean? Yeah, be yourself. Speak your own piece. Speak your own reality. You know? That's what this country was based off of. Forefathers, you know? And I know people have a way of talking about the forefathers, and I get it. They were not perfect. I'm not saying they were perfect. I'm not saying they were like gods or the greatest people in the world. But you got to relate to what they wanted. They did not want to be ruled by a certain power that tells them what they can and cannot do. If you cannot relate to them because you're always trying to find flaws in them, understand what they were trying to do. Our forefathers laid out this so we could be like this. This man has the right to say and speak what he wants to say and speak. And even though she was trying to manipulate him and trying to use him to set up a narrative to sell to 100,000 people who were sitting at home watching this, he made it very clear, I don't care what your agenda is. This is what I have to say. And for that, he gets beast mode. So, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, as always. And I'm going to try to find more videos like this because I truly love it when people do this. So, I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging out. I am the Honest Hobo. And I'm going to keep on drinking. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.